I grew up in a family where church was very important. My grandfather was a deacon at the church we attended, and my father was also very involved in the church. Um, you know, before Christ, was I wasn't too bad of a kid. Just your typical, might cheat on a test every once in a while, or something like that. But when I was 15 at youth camp, I finally understood that it doesn't matter, the level of sin that that we put on things. That maybe something like murder is worse than cheating or lying, but to God it's all sin. So I finally came to that realization and realized that I'm just as bad as someone that goes out and commits mass murder, or someone who cheats on their wife or gets a divorce or something like that. But so I entered into that personal relationship with Jesus, that he came and died on the cross for me, that he was the only way that I could be seen as holy before God, that that would be the only way that I could get into heaven. It wasn't anything that I could do, that I could do anything, by working in the church, or no matter how involved I was, that I had to have that personal relationship. And that was something that I didn't take very seriously until I got to college. I went on a retreat, and I had never really been out of my comfort zone. I just kind of did my own thing. But I was challenged by Tim Shepard that if you're really a Christian, you need to be actively pursuing the faith, and then also actively sharing it. And that was something that I had never really done. I was just the kind of guy that kept to himself pretty much. But Tim really challenged me on that trip to step out of my comfort zone, take a leap of faith. And ever since then, my life hasn't been all peaches and cream, if you will. God doesn't promise us that, but it's definitely a lot better with Christ than without. And I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.